Lucky sevens. On the bright side, from what we've seen, we've gotten something of a couple of interesting floating things around.
Yeah,
Like,
we're starting to see something coalesce, at least.
we've got like an evil book that might actually be evil.
It's somehow
Margaret and
tied to Madlax.
like Madlax kind of keeps it pinned to her wall, and Margaret sleeps with it. And there's a dude running around who can apparently turn people into the internet and or make them not exist. So it feels like there's something in the air going on at least.
Now it's just a matter of how long is this series going to drag its feet in actually making things happen, or are we still going to keep getting, dangled plot threads in front of our face for another 10 episodes?
Uh, my memory's a little fuzzy on this one because, as you can tell, this series isn't exactly has a lot of easy to follow plot hallmarkers, more or less. Though I think it's about time for things to start getting their legs. I
Okay,
think.
that's because it's not been unenjoyable. Like the series, while not terribly innovative with its art style, is still a good looking series. Like it's a good version of this style. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
animated fairly well, even though there's not a ton going on. But the few action scenes that there have been well animated. But I'm ready for some more meat to chew on.
Yeah, we can only go on. Wow, this is just sort of vaguely spacey for so long. This is already looking a little promising.
Yeah, we got wall glyphs.
A guy with a huge beard. All right, so this is all looking an awful lot like something about something makes people go insane.
Man, this really is turning into Lovecraft.
Anyway, back to France. Or and Frank, whatever. Head to Cafe Cafe.
Right next to the high school. High school.
I think even Margaret's like, my book has blood. We might need to dig a little deeper.
The last time someone looked at it, they went nuts.
The guy who was hitting at me literally tried to kill, eat, molest me.
I'm not sure which order it was going to be in.
Biblio detective. A book sleuth. I want the job of book sleuth. All this time I've missed my calling.
I know.
Book
I
sleuth.
want to be able to pull out a badge that says Biblio Detective on it.
Hang on, let me try Googling this.
Necronomicon enter.
Computer flickers.
I'm surprised it's taken us 7 episodes of fake anime France to finally get to the accordion. It's a admirable level of restraint from something.
Especially a show that's, you know, had somebody get themselves up in a cocktail dress and shoot people in a jungle on episode one. Is this what a book sleuth looks like? Man, this thing pays 50,000 a gig.
I think
Sign
that's a
me.
lot. We've never gotten a really good sense of the economy. That's just a big number.
Okay, so maybe it's not that looking. Oh shit, I made it's my lucky day.
Maybe if I compliment her looks once, she'll sleep with me. Because once is all it takes, apparently.
So I get, like how even this guy's like, oh my god, a maid's here. I've got to be high. You got the wrong building, lady. He's got a corkboard for all of his book leads.
Pictures of books with like string in between this little tacks. Okay, well, there's some measure for the economy. You can apparently live 10
For
years.
to 30 if you know how to count your pennies.
That's a very specific pet peeve of mine is whenever we have, fantasy currency and numbers start getting thrown around, but we have no sense of value for that currency, so we don't know whether we should be impressed or not,
Mm. So I'm guessing like 50 thou would be like rent for a year?
or something like that. And like all it takes is for like character to buy a soda.
Mm.
Say like this costs 100 yules, or if it was like 10 to understand the value of a yule.
I just like how completely like this can't be real. A maid can't be asking me to do this. It's like this guy doesn't know he's in an anime.
To be fair, if you were a biblio detective, you wouldn't suspect you were in an anime either.
This is like the second guy that needs to shave his beard properly though. So what do you take, kid? Whiskey, Jack Daniel?
How big do you like your ice cubes?
Why is this book screaming, but in my mind? Eh.
Because I'm a biblio detective and I'm doing literally nothing else.
Man, like for all this future tech, that's a really old scanner.
I'm sure that's what the world needs, more copies of the Necronomicon floating around.
I'm sure they'll only just be able to burn down a whole city upon being exposed to sunlight.
My father was killed by a book. Ever since then, I've been tracking them down as a form of revenge.
I can tell any bad book just by looking at them. You know, except this one, of course.
This one's probably fine.
You know, tentacles are erupting out of the scanner. Well, I'm not dead. Yeah, I'm putting my coins on this being another one of those doesn't live past his introductory episode.
Yeah. Hey, he
Oh, he
shaved.
shaved.
That's actually a really nice detail.
Hmm. Don't tell me you're still a book detective, dude.
Immediately, her eyes just start to bleed.
Including the sperms, which is really super weird.
So we have the civil war is going on to try to either free or keep prisoner the old gods that dwell beneath the nation.
I'm suddenly really on board with this show. Well, there's your big ice cubes.
Those ice cubes are so huge.
Like that's like maybe like an eighth of a cup of actual liquor.
Yeah, there's like a shot glass worth in there.
Like how fucking cold these drinks need to be.
Now you're interested.
Well, it's not $1 million until you could die over it. Get me a weapon and a warlord. That's how you start a call.
I got $1 million anime bucks to blow. Spare no expense.
Get me anime Rambo.
Like
Miami
literally
Vice.
every single male in this series so far is just rendered a hapless idiot just by a pretty lady.
Like, are females like a dying population in this world?
The cute girl said I could do it, so I have to do it.
I mean, who cares if I'm going to pretty much definitely die? He's got nicely shaped legs, too.
Well, he knew to be showing him off, so.
Dude, put those things away. You're making us all jealous.
$10 says that person's not real either.
I love it that, you know, like for everything, like we're at the point, it's just like, okay, are they gonna die or are they just not gonna be real? Or turned into the internet? This scene's really important.
Money well spent.
Oh no, she's discovered the internet. We're in trouble now.
Whatever she's looking at, I probably don't want to see.
Yeah. Who knew that a book detective's life would end up wrought with so much Cthulian peril?
Actually, that's exactly what I would expect out of a book detective's life.
God, sign me up for this job. Finally, liquor without giant ice cubes. Oh, easy, dude.
It's fine, I have a gun.
Yeah, that one never gets old. Here's your bag, dipshit.
How
And
old
by
is Madlax supposed to be?
uh 826.
That vague, nebulous region where anime girls exist, where they're totally of age guys, but they're not too old.
Mm-hmm. That sort of weird 18 to 25-year-old space before everybody's just like a grandma. Ew. I guess she just velcroed herself to the ceiling.
Girls can do that.
Oh. Is this whole episode just an apology for the last six?
So far, it's doing a good job, if that's what it is.
She just shot a dude out of her rearview mirror. Nice. Well, this being the origin of the Cthulhu book didn't tip you off.
Who would have thought there'd be so much gunfire in this war-torn nation?
Like, it's only been at Civil War for what? A decade and a half? Has there ever been a guy in a floral Hawaiian shirt who's been good news? Other than Rad Sheba? I guess I answered my own question.
Rad Sheep is the best news, though. That's not fair.
He. Alright, yeah, that's really not fair. I thought that was my computer for a second. Like the damn fool already put the Cthulhu book on the internet. We win.
They just completed our entire evil plan for us.
A way to go, Biblio Detective. Okay, this is, I'll admit, a mild spoiler, but I really love how the book is called Secondary and the other one is called First Dari.
Oh boy.
It's great. I can't believe you uploaded the book on the internet, you idiot!
I just put it in my Dropbox. I had a really good password, I promise.
You're just eating a potato, girl. You call yourself a bibliodetective and you have to even ask that?
Why, yeah, why are these people interested in a book, says the guy whose entire job is to hunt down books?
Yeah, I bet everybody loves to hear that. You're just asking all the fun questions, aren't you, dude?
Yeah.
Holy snow, is the book detective guy gonna actually live to the end of this episode?
He's got like 30 seconds to get through.
Come on, book guy.
We're rooting for you from the sidelines.
You can do it, man. Dude, he made
He
it!
did it! We had a character introduce and survive the entire episode.
Wow. Man, I
Things
lost
really are
that bit.
kicking up.
Like, I am amazed at how much this show has kind of already turned itself around in about an episode and a half-ish. Now it's at least kind of gotten to the point where I can sink my teeth and interest into it. Though I still have to cool it off to this ending.
It's not a very good ending.
I think you were right in saying that it's better than the opening. That's pretty much the only good thing you can say about it.
Yeah, it's more visually inspired, but it's still not great.
It's just a booze glass with naked chicks.
Well, I mean, there's a little bit more to it, like the
Yeah, the
this,
splattery things.
yeah.
And the song's pretty nice too. So I'm legit pumped for the next episode. I want to see more of the murder books.
I want to find out if Bookman makes it through and does he become a new main character? Probably not. But
Probably not. I mean, his hair isn't quite as amazing as it needs to be.
no, like he's not. You can tell just by his design he's not a main character.
Maybe if he's like being kept for a second episode, he'll at least go down in a really awesome way, though. Soul.